We understand that he has now arrived at the marquee, where we're expecting that a service is going to be taking place shortly. Well, the remains arriving here at the home, and we've been told to step away as they now want to find a position and position themselves to be able to take out the coffin for that service that we are told is going to be taking place here. And there it is, the remains and the vehicle carrying the remains of the late IFP leader Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Of course, many of the other political parties have also, sung his praises. They've spoken about the man that he was. There were many of those political parties that had come to mourn with the families, and the likes of the DA, as well as the Deputy President of the ANC, who are among some of the mourners that were here at the family home, coming to pay their respects and describing Buthelezi as one of a kind in terms of his leadership, who really, was a visionary leader and somebody who really made his mark, an indelible mark in the history of the country. As you can see now, the coffin now expected to be taken to the marquee where the service is going to be held. Well, the mortal remains of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi now being taken out of the vehicle, and this procession will now make its way to the marquee where that service will be taking place, and Izinyosi, of course, singing the Buthelezi praises, welcoming him home one last time. Well, those are some of the cultural and traditional rites that have to be observed as the chief of Buthelezi arrives here at home. Well, the procession now making its way to the house of the late Princess Manqoba Zulu, the mother of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Of course, to praise singing that is happening here from his inyosi as well as inyosi of the nation, who's a genuine
bakubiza enkonjeni ubizwa ngabamhlophe abelungu abakubizela indaba zalutho bakubizela ukukhuluma komhlabathi bakithi omalandela incinci kandaba ephuza kwezindizi iziba yayithi ngaphuza kwefishane ebuya nodaka abakwemukela abanikazi bakho shenga walisa.
Okay, that procession now making its way into the house, and perhaps I can then throw it back to you, but then as Ushenge arrives home one last time.
Thank you, Manqoba. We understand, of course, as you said, that is the original homestead. Gogo, as they say, that was the original homestead of Princess Manqoba, who was the daughter of Solomon Zulu, the father of King Kudul Zulitini. So we know now that Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi is on one of his last journeys here in the family homestead, Kwapindangene. What we understand is going to happen from there, and that in that private service inside there. We don't know how long it's going to take. It could be 10 minutes, could be 15 minutes. We will see, but we understand from a family member who briefed us a little bit earlier here is that they won't take too long. Gogo, they will spend some time there. NgesiZulu bathi bayamdlulisa kwagogo. They in Zulu they say they are just passing for him to say goodbye and to inform Gogo, the spirit of Prince Manqoba, that we are now taking your son to his last resting place. We understand after that they will be coming to a marquee whereby we are standing, where a service will take place. As you saw, Archbishop Thabo Manqoba and a number of other church leaders welcoming the mortal remains of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi when they arrived here from the mortuary. After that long procession through the streets of Ulundi earlier, they will then be doing the service. JJ is here with me as well. We managed to speak for a short while with Archbishop Thabo Manqoba earlier when he was walking the grounds. JJ, he seems to be very ready and prepared for the big one tomorrow, but he's got a task tonight.
Absolutely, but then very somber moment now as the family prepares for this last service, almost like an overnight sort of kind of a vigil, right, that is about to start here. And Archbishop Thabo doing this, of course, as part of or a build-up to what is in the Anglican Church called a requiem mass, which is what he'll be doing tomorrow in terms of the program of the official funeral. In fact, he's after the welcoming and so on, that he's the first person up before most speeches happen. So this is a build-up in the Anglican Church
he has to offer
tomorrow.
The Eucharist.
He has to offer the Eucharist. That's what is called the requiem mass. It's often given to families, etc., because they wouldn't feed the whole hall with Eucharist. It will be sort of selected people in the family who will be giving the Eucharist at that time. It's about an hour and a half service or so before the main speeches commence. But tonight it's really about bidding farewell formally from the homestead. There won't be any service in the morning tomorrow. It will just be a prayer and then the leading of the cortege to go to the Prince Mangosuthu Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, here on the JJ, just to remind our viewers that we are standing by the marquee, and the people who are gathered, the mourners, are already singing some hymns, but the main event at the moment is inside KwaGogo.
Yeah.
As you can see from Nkanyiso Mdlalose showing you the visuals there, them standing. And as we said, we don't expect that to be a long process. What's important, since the family left in the afternoon, around about 3:30 or so,
yes,
to go and fetch the mortal remains of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi from the Ikebole to funeral parlors, we were told nobody can access. And actually the gate was closed. Only the people who have some tasks to do, like caterers, were inside. Even tonight, we can no longer go inside the homestead of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Where we are is the KwaPhindangene location, where that is his homestead as a whole, where the original homestead is of KwaGogo. But then after the service that will be performed here this night vigil, as you said, JJ, we don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I spoke to one of his sons, to Buthelezi earlier, when we were greeting each other. He said traditionally his coffin should be taken to where he lived, his home,
actual home.
But they're going to be starting passing his coffin at their home where they are now, KwaGogo, the original homestead. They might take him back there
to spend the
night there. Because there's also a group of wives, women who've married into the Buthelezi clan, who are here. They will then pay their tribute and respects overnight with the coffin. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there. As the cultural expert Kaya Ndwande told us earlier, JJ, the elders of the Buthelezi will guide what's happened to them, because this is family time.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think that as requested by the family spokesperson yesterday, that we should give them some space, brother, and respect this solemn time for them. And as you are saying, we will have to see as the evening goes whether or not he'll be spending that night with the Buthelezi wives. Talking of which, he decided family to only marry one wife, brother, unlike your 5 wives.
Unlike his father. His father had 13 wives. Yeah. Let's not personalize this, JJ. Let's talk about the Buthelezi clan. I mean, his father had 13 wives. His mom, Prince Mangosuthu, was wife number 10.
Imagine.
And he said he would never have that because he saw what
he says it's a headache.
It's a headache,
Probably was saying one is enough. Which is interesting, because after the wife passed, he was very clear even that he doesn't need any more companion. I suppose after you spend somebody 50 years or more, you really don't want anything else.
Yeah, I mean, 95 years, a ripe old age that he passed away last week, Saturday, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Now, as you can see from the visuals that Nkanyiso Mdlalose is bringing us at the moment, the crowd that had walked up to their home, the original homestead, KwaMagoko, is dispersing. They are moving away because inside there's a private family moment, and we're all waiting outside this marquee here, watching and to see how long it will take. We just understand it's going to be short, but you can see that it is really a private time.
Yes.
The crowd that accompanied the family, they did not go in with the rest. There's a core of family members, plus Amabuto and the religious leadership that's inside there.
Absolutely, and a lot of people now moving into the marquee, settling down, ready for this service. I'm not sure, but then whether how long the actual service will last. But we expect that the Archbishop will give a word from the Bible, and then give a short sermon. It's not meant to be the major sermon. That's happening only tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not meant to be. Mourners, however, when there is a night vigil, let's call it that, just for a broader word, in this case, they would spend some hours singing and praising.
Yes.
But everything's going to happen outside now, because once the family goes into Kwapindangene, in his home, that area, gate number 2 as we know it now, nobody else besides family is supposed to go there. We anticipate the family will perform its own private rituals inside there. Also, because he was Inkosi of the Buthelezi clan, there are other ceremonies that take place around about midnight by the men of the clan. Now, we have not been briefed what the Buthelezi elders will be doing, whether that will happen or not. We just expect that in terms of tradition, it's possible.
Yeah. Well, the spokesperson of the family indicated, but then that they wouldn't disclose what happens there at midnight. That's as far as we can know. Said there will be rituals, and that's it. Rituals that are not shared with the public. Not even with the women. They won't even tell us the time. They won't even tell us the timing. Yeah, it may be after midnight.
Yeah, he said just around about. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, the mortal remains of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, if you're just joining us, you're watching us now at SA Tonight with Marcel, and I'm here. My name is Dan Moyane. I'm with JJ. The main function is happening inside that home. The crowd next to the entrance there has dispersed. I don't know if you can see the entrance there to the KwaMagoko, that original homestead, and then there are mourners who've gathered inside here who are singing some hymns at the moment. We have some mourners who are at the moment singing, as Nkanyiso is trying to show you. I'm hoping you're able. Apologies for the movement, just for you to get a glimpse of what's happening inside the marquee. We are standing by the entrance. There's a group of mourners from the back to the front. The front is a little bit got more seats that are open. We suspect it's for the family that's inside Gwagoko, and they'll be coming in. But if you come from the front, where Nkanyiso Mdlalose is showing you now, all the way towards the back, you've got more seats which are filled up. We also saw leaders of the IFP earlier arriving and walking into the marquee. Velenkosi Nihlabisa, the president of the IFP, and Mkhuleko Hlengwa, and who represents the IFP in Parliament as well, and is the president. He's the chairman of Scopa. Most South Africans will know him as the chairman of Scopa, but he's also senior leader. Young as he is, he's a senior leader in terms of his executive role of the IFP. Yeah, we can hear some singing coming out of the homestead of KwaMagoko. Inside the homestead is gone quieter now. Now and again, someone breaks out into a hymn as they are waiting for the coffin to be brought into this marquee for the tonight's service, which we anticipate will be shorter.
A range of political leaders there, Brad. Then we earlier on spotted a few, even from the previous homeland system. Mr. Nzangwisi, remember, whose dad was a prime minister of Gazankulu, I think it was, and a range of other people have spotted a few people from the Action SA, the DA, and so on. So some already paying respects now, but a lot of them expected to arrive tomorrow to also be part of the program. A very extensive list of speakers, but then who will also carry tomorrow's service. But some of them already here to start with the journey, or the last journey of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
Yeah, thank you, JJ. We're going to take a break now, just to allow our colleagues in Hyde Park to do other work, and we'll come back here. We are waiting for the procession to leave the Gomakoko, the original homestead here, Kwapindangene. They'll make their way here to the marquee that you are seeing live now as they also continue to sing. Marcel, let's hand the reins over to you as we say good evening to you. We'll connect just now again.
Live pictures coming to you from our team on the ground in Ulundi. Some really solemn pictures and an insight into age-old traditions and cultural processions taking place that we've brought you over the last couple of hours. In conversation, you heard Dan Moyane there with our colleague JJ Tabane as the family, the very close family of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi prepares to start what we believe is a vigil of sorts, a service that will be led by the Anglican Archbishop Tabane, Manqoba, who of course was known to be rather close to Prince Buthelezi as well, and will continue to bring you those pictures over the coming while.